the courage to begin again. What if starting over does not mean you lost everything, but that you finally stopped building a life that was never meant for you? Starting over hurts because you remember everything it took to build what just fell apart, the plans, the sacrifices, and the version of you who believed it would last. Now you are watching others move forward while you feel like you have returned to zero, but you are not starting from zero. You are starting with experience, with lessons, with stronger boundaries, and with a clearer understanding of what you truly deserve. Starting over is not proof that you failed. Sometimes it is proof that you finally found the courage to leave behind a life that no longer belonged to you. This is not the end of your story. This is where the story finally begins to change. Part 1. Accepting endings. What if the reason you cannot start over is because you are still waiting for an ending to change? Accept that the chapter has ended and find the strength to move forward without the closure you hope to receive. The minds need to replay the past, search for answers, and imagine how everything could have ended differently. You replay the conversations. You question what you should have said, done, or noticed sooner. But healing cannot begin while you are still fighting reality. Acceptance does not mean the ending was fair or that the pain did not matter. It means you stop demanding that the past become different. Because closure is not always an apology, explanation, or final conversation. Sometimes closure is simply saying, "It happened. It hurt me, but I will not let it control the rest of my life. Let the ending be an ending. Grieve what you lost. Honor what it taught you. Then stop reopening doors that life has already closed." The empty space left behind is not only a loss. Sometimes it is where your new life finally begins. Part 2. Learning from failure. What if your failure was never meant to stop you, but to expose exactly what must change before you succeed? Failure does not only tell you that something went wrong, it whispers that you are the problem. It makes you believe that because you failed once, you will fail at everything. But failure is not your identity. It is information. It reveals what did not work, which warning signs you ignored, and what you must change before your next attempt. You made a mistake. That does not mean you're a mistake. You lost an opportunity. That does not mean another one will never come. Do not confuse reflection with self-destruction. Reflection says, "I made a poor decision, but I can learn from it." Self-destruction says, "I failed, so I do not deserve another chance." You deserve another chance, but not with the same habits and patterns. Learn the lesson, make the adjustment. Forgive yourself, then try again with greater wisdom. Failure may have interrupted your plan, but it does not have the authority to cancel your future. Part 3. Rebuilding confidence. What if confidence does not return before you begin, but only after you prove to yourself that you can begin afraid? When life falls apart, confidence often disappears with it. You question your decisions. You hesitate before taking risks. You compare yourself to people who seem further ahead. But confidence is not something you wait to feel. It is something you rebuild by keeping small promises to yourself. Wake up when you said you would. Complete one important task. Send the application. Make the call. Set the boundary. Every time you follow through, you create evidence that says, "I can trust myself again." Do not wait until fear disappears. Take action while your voice is still shaking and your plan is still imperfect. Confidence grows each time you face what you once avoided. You are not weak because you are rebuilding. Rebuild confidence by taking small, consistent actions and learning to trust yourself again. Like a building under construction, the most important work may be happening beneath the surface. Part 4. Taking small steps. What if confidence does not return before you begin, but only after you prove to yourself that you can begin afraid? When life falls apart, confidence often disappears with it. You question your decisions. You hesitate before taking risks. You compare yourself to people who seem further ahead. But confidence is not something you wait to feel. It is something you rebuild by keeping small promises to yourself. Wake up when you said you would. Complete one important task. Send the application. Make the call. Set the boundary. Every time you follow through, you create evidence that says, I can trust myself again. Do not wait until fear disappears. Take action while your voice is still shaking and your plan is still imperfect. Confidence grows each time you face what you once avoided. Rebuild confidence by taking small, consistent actions and learning to trust yourself again. You are not weak because you are rebuilding. Like a building under construction, the most important work may be happening beneath the surface. Part 5. Embracing change. What if the life calling you back is not your safest choice, but the very thing keeping you from becoming who you are meant to be? Embrace change, release the life you have outgrown, and move toward a future that reflects who you are becoming. Change feels frightening because the familiar is predictable, even when it is painful. You know how to survive there. You know your role. You know what to expect. But familiarity is not the same as safety, and comfort does not always mean you belong. Old habits will invite you back. Old relationships may return. Old fears will warn you that changing is too risky. But you cannot become someone new while remaining loyal to the person you have outgrown. You may need to disappoint others instead of continually disappointing yourself. You may even need to walk alone for a while. Walking alone does not mean you are lost. Sometimes solitude is the bridge between who you were and who you are becoming. You are allowed to change your mind, choose a different path, and build a life you once believed was impossible. Growth will change you. Let it. Part 6. Creating a new future. What if the future you are waiting for will never arrive until you stop letting your past decide what comes next? Your future is not something you simply wait for. It is built through the choices you make today. You may not control every delay, disappointment, or unexpected change, but you can control what you create from where you are standing. You can choose your habits, your boundaries, the people you allow close to you, and whether your pain becomes a prison or a source of wisdom. Do not build your future as revenge against the people who hurt you. Build it on peace instead of proving a point, purpose instead of validation, integrity instead of approval. Ask yourself, what is one decision I can make today that my future self will thank me for? Your new future does not need to impress everyone. It only needs to be honest. The past gave you experience. The ending gave you space. Failure gave you wisdom. Pain gave you depth. Now use them to build, not a perfect future, but a truthful one. A future where you stop abandoning yourself, stop shrinking your dreams, and finally define success on your own terms. What if losing the life you planned was not your ending, but life making room for the person you were meant to become? One day, you will look back on this season differently. You will remember how you once believed it was already too late, that too much time had been wasted, and that one painful chapter had permanently destroyed your future. You will remember the fear, the confusion, and the nights you wondered whether life would ever feel normal again. But you will also remember the moment you chose to continue, the first small step, the first morning you felt hope, the first opportunity that reminded you life was not finished with you. Starting over does not erase the past. It simply puts the past where it belongs behind you. You are not required to have every answer. Begin with what you have. Begin where you are. Begin while you are afraid. Begin imperfectly, but begin. The life you planned may have ended, but another life is waiting to be created. You are not starting from nothing. You are starting with experience, with wisdom, with courage. This is not your ending. It is your invitation to build a life that finally belongs to you. Release the past, trust that life can change, and find the courage to begin again.